Hey everybody, Sarah here. This video was like a would you rather thing. Seen a video on YouTube earlier, and I thought I'm going to do a similar one. It's quite a few quick questions. I'm not even sure how many, but it's quite a lot. Um, yeah. So it's a 911 edition. I can't remember if I just said that, but yeah. Um, let's get on with it. So here we go. Where am I? Right. First category is a call, dispatch, and first response. Would you rather be a 911 dispatcher working alongside Maddie or a firefighter riding in the engine with a 118? I mean, it'd be safer in the dispatch centre, taking the calls. But then with the 118, and I'm counting the 118 as with Bobby. Not like, I'm thinking, did I say prime 911? Like, literally, it's been 9 seasons, and 8 of those seasons have had Bobby. So, I'm counting with Bobby in it as well. So, ooh, do I want to be safe in the dispatch centre with Maddie, or do I want to be riding in the engine with 118, including Bobby? Do you know what? I'm going to say the dispatch centre because it is safer. I'm not somebody that would want to be running into buildings and all that kind of disastrous stuff. Would you rather take a prank call from a bored teenager or take an emergency call from someone who speaks a language you don't know? Ooh, maybe a prank call. Because I mean, you'd still have to send the person that the um, fire brigade or the police out, wouldn't you, to a prank call, and then they'll kind of sort it, even though it shouldn't be happening anyway. So I'm going to say prank call. Would you rather have to talk to someone? Oh, hang on. Yeah, with a language. I mean, it'd be different if I knew the language because I could talk to that person. But if you don't know somebody, or if you haven't got somebody around that knows the language of the person on the phone, yeah, and it could take a while to get a translator in. And then how do you go about that? Because it's an emergency. Um, would you would you rather have to talk someone through delivering a baby over the phone, or talk someone through doing emergency CPR? I mean, when you talk, I don't know, when you're in call centres, don't you normally have like you kind of have to know the thing anyway, don't you? Like you have to know first aid, even though you're not technically doing it yourself. And I know with the CPR thing, I'm sure they got like the timer thing, like the 1, 2, 3, 4 thing, or maybe it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, but I know I've seen that on the screen when I've watched um ambulance program or something. But I'd probably say delivery the baby. Would you rather work a grueling 24-hour shift on Halloween or work a 24-hour shift during a full moon? Ooh. I mean, for either of those, there's always something that happens on 911, isn't it? There's always something on the full moon. And Halloween. I'm gonna say Halloween. Would you um would you rather ride along with Athena in a patrol car for a night or ride in the back of an ambulance with Hen and Chimney? Do you know what? I'm gonna say Athena. I was gonna say Hen and Chimney would be working with Bobby. But then Athena is with Bobby. Not like with him as in he's in the car, but um and like if they're in the front of the ambulance and you're just in the back, so they know each other, whereas Athena would be by herself. So she's got you to talk to. So yeah, I can say Athena. Would you rather be the one to break down a burning door with an axe, or be the one to rappel down the side of a skyscraper on a rope? The axe, because I don't like heights. Would you rather get stuck in an elevator with a panicked civilian, or get stuck in an elevator with a escaped exotic snake? I'd say the civilian, only because the snake could be venomous, and yeah, I wouldn't want to be stuck in an elevator with it. Uh, would you rather respond to a call at a creepy abandoned amusement park, or respond to a call at a high-end, heavily guarded celebrity mansion? Well, I'd say the celebrity mansion because they would have called you for the reason, wouldn't they? So, like, the guards are gonna let you go in because somebody would have called for them to come out. Um, would you rather have Sue Blevins as your dispatch mentor, or have Josh Russo as your dispatch mentor? I mean, I know who both of them are. I mean, for ages, I always maybe I wasn't taking enough notice of the dispatch lot, but I thought Josh Russo was the I thought he was in charge until they were on about when Sue had a stroke, and then they're on about who would be like standing in for it, and it was either going to be Maddie or Josh. And I was like, isn't it Josh's job already? But clearly it wasn't. So, hmm. So I'm gonna say Josh, only because for ages I thought he was the one in charge, and he's been there a while. So she, but yeah. Would you rather face a massive Would you rather face a massive multi-car pileup on the LE freeway, or a complex dangling rescue involving scaffolding? Pileup on the freeway. Once again, heights. I know if you're doing the job, then you kind of have to like heights, but alright. A 118 family. Would you rather be Buck's roommate for a year, or be Eddie's roommate for a year? One is like very hyperactive, like a golden retriever. And then you've got Eddie, who's like calmer. I'm just thinking, like, you've got Christopher. You know what? I would probably have to say. I think I'm gonna have to say, Buck. Because he would keep you entertained, wouldn't he? Sorry, I'm like looking at the telly at the moment. They were just advertising the World Cup, and I was just waiting to see if they were going to show Harry or Gareth. It was one bit Harry, no Gareth. Um, yeah, so Buck. Would you rather have Chimney give you medical advice, or have Hen give you life advice? I mean, they're both good at each of those. Maybe Jim with the medical advice. I mean, he's a paramedic, so he knows what he's talking about. I mean, Hen would give great life advice too, but I say the medical advice. Would you rather be? Oh, would you rather? I feel like everyone is. Would you rather be forced to keep a massive secret from Athena? I mean, she's police. What? She's a actually, she's technically a detective now, but you've got a sergeant, or well, she's a sergeant slash detective, so they would keep. They know how to get the like truth out of you. But it's like keep a massive secret from Athena, or keep a massive secret from Bobby. I mean, Bobby just so. I don't even know how to describe it, but I wouldn't want to lie to him. But then how can you lie to Athena? Oh God. I'm going to say Athena. I just couldn't do it to Bobby. I just could not keep a secret from him. Plus, he'd give you good advice. So, would you rather babysit Ji Young? I don't even know how to pronounce it. Since I've watched the blooming program for a weekend, or babysit. I mean, would you really be babysitting Christopher? Childminding Christopher, I should say, then, for a weekend. I mean, you got, was it? I don't even know how old Jim's daughter is. Or you've got Christopher who's like 14, 15. Can't remember how old he is. I mean, he's older. I'm going to say Christopher. Would you rather let Buck cook you dinner or let Chimney plan your birthday party? I mean, Buck's living from Bobby, so maybe Buck. And he bakes. Maybe a nice cakes and stuff and bread and whatever. Would you rather get caught in a lie by Athena Grant or get a deeply disappointed lecture from Captain Bobby Nash? Stop giving me the whole thing of choosing between them two because I don't want a deeply disappointed lecture from Bobby. I caught in a lie by Athena. You just have to, if you throw Bobby in there, and I'm going to go for the opposite one. Depends on what the question is. But like, caught in a lie, you get caught in a lie, don't you? I don't want like Bobby being like disappointed in you. No. Would you rather go on a chaotic double date with Maddie and Chimney, or a calm, elegant double date with Bobby and Athena? Bobby and Athena. Sorry, Maddie and Chimney, but you give me Bobby as a choice. Bobby's going to be the answer. Depending. Would you rather have Hen as your study buddy for a massive exam, or have Eddie as your intense workout partner? Well, I don't want Bobby as my intense workout partner, so I'm going to say Hen for study buddy. Would you rather be trapped in a confined space with Buck while he rambles about a new hyperfixation, or with Eddie while he is silently brooding? So I'm going to say Buck, only because if whatever the hyperfixation is, if it's that boring and you're trapped, you can just like fall asleep or tell him to be quiet. Would you rather accidentally steal Captain Nash's? Are you just calling Captain Nash in that? Captain Nash's favourite coffee mug, or accidentally dent Athena's patrol car? Accidentally stealing it, but then you'd realise and give it back, whereas a dent would stay in the car until they get it undented. So I'm going to say steal Captain Bobby Nash's favourite coffee mug. But I'd give it back. Hang on. Oh yeah, that was the 118 family part of the questions. Next bit is epic disasters. Would you rather have to survive Santa Monica tsunami or survive the massive Los Angeles earthquake? I've been in an earthquake. I mean, it wasn't massive, but it was enough to run out of a hotel. But I'd say the earthquake. Plus, I can't swim, so not that tsunami. Be like you can swim and probably still get killed in that. So I'm gonna say the earthquake. Would you rather be stuck on the Ferris wheel during a tsunami or be trapped? Why is it all the tsunami and the earthquake questions? Would you rather be stuck on the Ferris wheel during a tsunami or be trapped in a high-rise hotel during an earthquake? Mate, I've been on the London Eye. I know that's not quite. It is a kind of a Ferris wheel. It's like enclosed, where Ferris wheels, like when you think about them, are open. Plus, what happened in that episode? It went down. So, I'd probably say the hotel, but I need to get out of there with the help of the 911, by the help of the 118, 118. Why do they call it the 118? 118. Would you rather deal with zoo animals escaping onto Hollywood Boulevard or deal with treacherous mudslides destroying hillside homes? The animals, because hopefully you'd have like professional animal people like helping as well. Um, would you rather respond to the train derailment or respond to the blazing blimp crash in the stadium? See, I went through those. Oh, well, how many? It must have been the first. Well, it was literally the first 8 seasons. I went through like I don't even know how many episodes at a time. And this is I can't remember how many times I've heard the blimp thing mentioned, and I can't remember it. The train derailment. If that's the one where oh god, what's her name? What is her name? Dispatcher that Bob and not Bobby that backwards scene in the first season. I can't remember her name. I know who played her. I just can't think what her name is in the program. But the train derailment, I think it was the one that I think she was on, and so was her fiance or her husband or whatever, and they had to save him. But oh, I'm gonna say the train derailment because I cannot remember the blimp, even though it obviously happened. Would you rather be stranded on a collapsing freeway bridge or be trapped in a sinking ocean liner? Well, Bobby's gonna be there for both. I was only saying to my dad earlier about what was I watching earlier? Oh no, it was something on the telly, and it was like somewhere like it was a wooden, wasn't a bridge, but it was kind of like a walkway. And I was saying to my dad said that doesn't look. I mean, it was safe. He said it didn't look that safe, and I was like, I wouldn't want to be going over. I don't mind going over bridges, but wooden ones, I'm a bit about. So a collapsing freeway bridge. Obviously, it wouldn't be wooden, but or a sinking ocean. I mean, like I can't swim, so and I've seen Titanic. Clearly, I've seen 911. You know where they're on that ship or the ocean liner. So I'm going to say the bridge. Would you rather face the blackout chaos across all of LA or a citywide ransomware attack shutting down the dispatch center? Well, then I'd say the ransomware only because that would get sorted out, whereas the blackout would affect everywhere, including the dispatch center anyway. Would you rather perform a rescue inside a burning spark filled data center or a rescue inside a dark collapsing tunnel? I would say the data center because you can put a fire out. Something happens, it's gonna collapse. Would you rather have to outrun a rogue sniper in a city or have to defuse a mail bomb? So I think I say the sniper. Because unless you like a trained bomb, what do you call it? The ones that not detonate them, that stop them going off. I can't remember. Yeah. So I'm gonna say the sniper. Would you rather be swept away by a sudden flash flood or be caught near the perimeter of a massive California wildfire? I'd say the wildfire because I can't swim, so being swept away, yeah. Would you rather rescue a skydiver caught on a satellite dish or rescue a scuba diver sucked into an underwater pipe? I mean, that's water and then that's heights. I'd say the the skydiver on a satellite dish. Um, right. Law and Order: Athena's World. Would you rather ride shotgun with Athena during a high-speed chase or help her interrogate a very stubborn, smug suspect? I'd say riding shotgun with her, because she's going to keep you safe. Would you rather have Athena interrogate you or have Detective Romero interrogate you? Athena. Would you rather accidentally cross the yellow crime scene tape while Athena is working or talk back to her while she's issuing commands? Well, if it was accidentally, I'm going to say cross the yellow crime scene tape. Would you rather help Michael design a new architectural project or help Athena try to piece together clues for a cold case? I think I'd be more help with the clues. So I'm going to say I think help Athena. Would you rather be personally protected by Athena Grant or be rescued by the entire Woman 8 crew? Something good about to happen to you to get rescued, whereas nothing might have actually happened, but they might be protecting you for a reason. By Athena, who might be then joined by Bobby. I'm going to say Athena. Would you rather have May Grant handling your 118 call or have Linda Bates handle your call? Who's Linda Bates? Because I don't take as much notice of this slot. I can literally, if somebody told me the names like 3 of them. He's coming up with an actress with that name. Hang on. 118. Why is it coming up with Josh? Oh, it's her. Who's the choice? Her or May Grant? I'm gonna say May because, well, she's May. While I'm on Google, I'm gonna find out who that woman is because Dispatch in season 1. Oh, I know it's Abby. Connie Booth is it? Connie Booth. Connie Booth, somebody else. Why is it not even coming up with a? What is Connie Britton? Connie Booth is somebody British. Connie Britton, and she was Abby Clark. What is her blooming name? That's what it is. Yeah. So let's get back to the thing. Now I know that. Yeah. So it was May Grant. I said to handle the woman, not the woman, the 911 call. Would you rather go undercover with Athena at a shady high stakes casino or go undercover at a legal underground street race casino with Athena? Would you rather be the one to tell Athena she's wrong about a suspect or be the one to tell Bobby he's overreacted to a call? Ooh. Oh. Would Bobby overreact? He's like calm. I'm gonna have to say Athena again. Would you rather babysit Harry when he's acting out? Babysit him? I mean, suppose earlier in the seasons. Or have a tense formal dinner with Athena's mother Beatrice. Oh, Harry. Would you rather watch Athena take down a bad guy with a trash can, or watch her take down a bad guy with a single withering glare? Well, I say the glare, because I just mean take him down with a trash can, like throw it at him. No, I'm gonna say the glare. All right, personal trauma and survival. Would you rather survive having rebar stuck through your skull, like stuck through your skull, straight through your skull, like chimney, or survive being pinned under a multi-ton fire truck like fuck? I mean, chimney was just lucky with that for a wizard. They survived it, I mean. So I'm gonna say that. Would you rather find out your romantic partner is secretly a serial killer or have an obsessive stalker kidnap you? Oh, romantic partner secretly a serial killer, so you can get out of there. Would you rather have to fight off an attacker in the dispatch centre or fight off an escaped convict in a hospital lockdown? Dispatch centre. Would you rather lose your memory of your best friend or have your best friend completely lose their memory of you? Oh, maybe the best friend loses the memory of you. Would you rather find out your parents have been lying to you your whole life? So like back. Or find out your spouse has a secret second family? I'm trying to think, like, who that is the equivalent of. I said parents. Because, like, Buck's parents lied to him. But then he's kind of had a surrogate family in Bobby and Athena. Technically, he's still got Athena, but not Bobby. Where am I? Would you rather get sued by a civilian you saved or get suspended by the department for breaking protocol to save a life? Sued by civilian because if you save them and you can prove that you saved them, can them suing you really happen? I mean, they can try and sue you. Could it actually like go through? Would you rather be trapped in a hostage situation at an office building or be trapped in a bank robbery? Well, it doesn't say they got guns in the bank robbery, which they probably have. But that seems safer than the hostage situation. Would you rather fall down a 100-foot well or get stuck in the grinding gears of an escalator? Ooh. I was almost going to say, well, not the 100-foot well, but I think I'd rather that than the grinding gears. Ooh. Would you rather have a tapeworm pulled out your nose? Oh God, bad episode. And I'm just trying to think. Hang on a minute, I've got to find that clip. I'm trying to think if it was Bobby or why is Harry Keane? Was it 9 or 1? Tapeworm. This is one the reaction. I can't remember if it was Buck's reaction or Bobby's reaction to it, but I know Buck was doing the taking it out. Oh, did Bobby have a reaction to it? Yeah, it's Bobby's reaction. Sorry, I just had to see that. I was like, I know Bobby was there somewhere. Yeah, so the tapeworm. Well, actually, I wasn't out the nose, but still. So tapeworm pulled out your nose or have a massive botfly. What is a botfly? That's the second time I've heard that today. What is a botfly? Removed from your arm. Um, I think I'm going to say the fly. I think I'd rather the fly than the tapeworm. Oh. Would you rather get shot by a sniper in broad daylight or get attacked by a sword wielding minion? Maybe the sword. I think. Um, behind the scenes and story crafting. Would you rather write Bobby back into the show after a dramatic, mysterious cliffhanger, or write a massive redemption arc for a misunderstood villain? Write Bobby back into the show. I mean, if you didn't have that after dramatic, mysterious cliffhanger, if you just said write Bobby back into the show, overall, yeah, because he deserves to be back in the show. Would you rather direct a highly emotional Angela Bassett monologue or direct a massive, explosive Peter Krause stunt scene? I was going to say, the Angela Bassett monologue is probably something to do with Bobby, anyway. But I'm going to say, the massive, trying to get my mouth around that. The massive, explosive Peter Krause stunt scene. It's almost a tongue twister. Would you rather pitch a new ridiculous multi-episode disaster to Ryan Murphy, or pitch a deep, emotional story for a minor character? Probably the multi-episode disaster to Ryan Murphy. Would you rather guest star as a victim trapped in a bizarre situation or play the villain who caused massive disaster? Maybe the victim. You don't want people to be like, oh, like, you're so and so. Would you rather be an extra running away from a practical explosion on set, or be a stunt double for an underwater water tank scene? Maybe the extra, because I can't swim, so I won't be in the living water. Would you rather decide the next major character crossover? Oh, would you rather decide the next major character crossover with 911 Lone Star? I mean, that's really, should I say natural? Or decide the next major internal 118 romance? Ooh. I mean, wouldn't the romance probably end up being Buck and Eddie? You know what? I'm gonna say the crossover because, well, I mean, naturally it was Buck and Eddie with Lone Star that I've seen so far. It was Buck, Eddie, and Hen. I don't think Chimney was there. I think it was Buck, Eddie, and Hen. And I know Athena does pop in. If Bobby was in it, I would have had Bobby like top over. So I would say the crossover. Would you rather script a hilarious dumb criminal cold open or script a heartbreaking tear-jerking final scene of an episode? Oh, maybe the final scene of an episode. Would you rather act in a scene where you have to cry on cue with Jennifer Love Hewitt, or act in an intense physical action sequence with Oliver Starr? Um, maybe Oliver Stark. The physical action sequence with Oliver Stark. I don't know if I could cry on cue. Would you rather recast? Would you rather recast the role of Captain if Bobby were to ever retire? He didn't get that far. Well, I mean, he did. But then he came back. But then, or introduce a brand new, wildly unpredictable rookie to the 118. I mean, Bobby did technically, I don't know if we could call it retiring, but he did like resign, but then he decided he wants to come back. But then it was that whole thing about is it the mayor? It was like, oh, it's already gone through, you can't go back kind of thing. She was behind it anyway. But he ended up going back to the 118. I mean, technically now there is a new captain, but hmm. Well, the fact that obviously they killed him off, I'm not happy they've done that, but at least he gave it to someone that was there. But then if it says, would you rather recast him or would you introduce a brand new, wildly unpredictable rookie to the 118? Is that instead of Bobby retiring? Then I would say, yeah, the rookie. All right. Would you rather write an episode entirely from the perspective of the dispatchers or entirely from the perspective of the victims they save? They're considered dispatchers. But then, yeah, say the dispatchers. Bizarre calls. Would you rather respond to a bounty castle as we call them here, flown into the sky by the wind, or a porta potty that spectacularly exploded? Maybe the porta potty because, like, you'll have to wait for that bouncy castle to come down from the sky, wouldn't you? Would you rather rescue a man trapped in his own chimney, just as Santa, or a man whose head is cemented inside a microwave? I'd say the man in the chimney. Because why would you cement your head in a microwave? I think that was something that did happen, didn't it? But, obviously, it was for um, social media. Would you rather deal with a bride who accidentally glued her eyes shut on her wedding day or a groom who swallowed the wedding ring? Probably the groom. Would you rather save someone with a from a faulty tanning bed that won't open, or save someone trapped inside a rogue automated car wash? Maybe the car wash. I think, yeah. Would you rather treat a patient who hallucinated after eating a poisonous plant, or a patient who got attacked by a massive swarm of angry bees? Maybe the person who hallucinated after eating a poisonous plant. Would you rather free a person whose head is stuck in an oversized tailpipe, or free a person stuck inside a giant arcade claw machine? Maybe the claw machine. Would you rather rescue a yoga instructor stuck in a bizarre impossible pose, or a gym goer crushed by too many heavy weights? Maybe I think the yoga instructor. Would you rather deal with a hoarder's collapsing house of junk or a biohazard situation involving a dozen illegal reptiles? I think the hoarder's collapsing house of junk. Would you rather treat someone who accidentally shot themselves with a nail gun or someone who fell into an industrial vat of chocolate? Oh, maybe the chocolate. Would you rather rescue a window washer dangling precariously from a skyscraper or a tree trimmer stuck upside down in a massive palm tree? Maybe the tree because it's a bit, I mean, it's high, but it's not as high as a skyscraper, so maybe the tree trimmer. I mean, hell, I mean more. Would you rather go on a blind date this is relationships and romance. Would you rather go on a blind date set up by Buck or go on a blind date set up by Josh? Oh, I'd be worried about if it was a Buck one, but then Josh, I don't know. Do you know what I'm going to say, Buck? Would you rather have a romance as stable? Would you rather have a romance as stable and supportive as Bobby and Athena's, or a romance as passionate and hard fought as Chimney's and Maddie's? Bobby and Athena's. Would you rather be stuck in a messy love triangle with two firefighters, or be secretly dating a 911 dispatcher against company policy? Maybe the two firefighters. But then I'm like thinking, oh, Bobby? I just don't know who the other person would be. And I can't see him cheating on the people. But I would say that if to fight the messy love triangle, I'd say, would you rather have to give a serious relationship to Eddie or give serious relationship advice to Back? Probably to Back. Would you rather crash the wedding with a woman named crew or host a dinner party and invite the whole firehouse? Maybe a dinner party. Could I ask Bobby to do the cooking? Would you rather be proposed in the middle of massive hang on. Would you rather be proposed to in the middle of a massive city emergency or propose to someone while sitting in the back of an ambulance? I mean, why would you propose to someone in the middle of a massive city emergency? So I'd say in the back of an ambulance. Would you rather share a tender moment with your partner in the glow of burning building or under the stars sitting on the firehouse roof? Maybe the firehouse roof. Uh, would you rather date someone who's constantly putting their life in danger to save others? So a firefighter. Or be the one putting your life in danger while your partner waits at home? I would say dating someone who's constantly putting their life in danger to save others because they're doing a job. Would you rather have to break devastating news to a loved one or be the one receiving devastating news from a first responder? Oh, maybe breaking the news to them. Would you rather take a romantic vacation that completely interrupted by a natural disaster or a quiet staycation at where absolutely nothing happens? A staycation. Because you don't want a natural disaster when you want a holiday, do you? All right, the ultimate choice is: would you rather save a stranger at the cost of your own career or follow the strict rules and watch a stranger get injured? Oh, I save a stranger. You're not really doing your job if you're not saving someone, are you? Would you rather leave the 118 to become captain at a different station or stay at the 118 forever and never get promoted past firefighter? Bobby's captain. I stay there forever and never get promoted past firefighter. Would you rather possess Buck's relentless golden retriever energy or possess Eddie's stoic calm under immense pressure? I mean, you say Eddie. I mean, Bobby's like that as well. Well, they're not energy. No, I'm gonna say Eddie's stoic. Eddie slash Bobby's stoic calm under immense pressure. Would you rather have the precision driving skills of Athena Grant or the vast medical knowledge of Henrietta Wilson? I mean, I can't drive. Well, I don't know much about medicine either. Think of the stuff you know about with the medical knowledge. So I'm going to say that rather than the driving skills of Athena Grant. Would you rather experience a day in the life of a 911 operator taking calls or a day in the life of an ER doctor treating the 118 rescues? I'm going to say taking the calls. Would you rather never be able to watch a new episode of 118? I think it 118. 911 again, or only be able to watch the first 3 seasons on repeat forever? Well, you don't know what's going to happen in future episodes. They could bring Bobby back, and then I'd be like, well, I can't watch it. But then only be able to watch the. Hang on. Never be able to watch. But hang on. Would you rather never be able to watch a new episode 911 again? Or only be able to watch the first 3 seasons on repeat forever? So you're not going to be able to watch the new ones anyway. But at least for the first 3 seasons, you didn't have to see them kill Bobby off. But then there's so much Bobby that you would have missed. I could say no, watch no more new episodes. Only because, I mean, that's not many episodes when you think about it, first 3 seasons. At the most, it was like 18 episodes. 18 episodes a season, that's at the most. Um, where am I? Would you rather choose to answer the call when a red phone rings or choose to slide down the pole when the station bell sounds? Maybe answer the call, only because I'd run down the stairs rather than go down the pole. Would you rather be remembered as the greatest, fastest dispatcher Los Angeles has ever seen, or the bravest, toughest firefighter in the history of the 118? The firefighter. Would you rather bring back a deceased character for one final beautiful episode, or introduce a legendary Hollywood guest star for a 3-episode arc? I mean, when it says a deceased character for one final beautiful episode. So that's kind of saying, like, you can't bring them back and they weren't really dead. But, like, it just say if it was, like, a flashback. See, a flashback episode. So the person is there. Or there may be a ghost in the thing. Or the Hollywood guest star in a 3-episode arc. Sorry, but in my head, I'm like, I need another Bobby episode. So I'm going to say the deceased character for one final beautiful episode. Would you rather have the series? Would you rather have a series end with Bobby Nash happily and quietly retiring, or end with him making a massive heroic sacrifice? Well, that's either he retires but's alive, or he sacrificed himself and he's dead. So, well, actually, no, hang on. It says the series end, not season, the series. I think I'd rather it end with him retiring rather than being dead. And I mean, we know he's dead now. So, bring him back, and then when 911 finishes, he can retire by the end of it, or at the end of it. That's what I would like. And the final section is Bobby's kitchen and station life. Oh, so it's not just all about Bobby, but all right. Would you rather be responsible for detailing this fire engine entirely by yourself, or have to restock and inventory all the medical supplies? Probably restock and inventory all the medical supplies, I would say. Would you rather play a brutal, highly competitive game of basketball against Eddie, or an intense, bluff-heavy game of poker against Chimney? Probably basketball. Not that I can play either of them. Would you rather have to wear the probationary Proby helmet for a full year, or have to do the station laundry for a year? Oh, maybe the station laundry for a year. Would you rather adopt a firehouse dog like Hoover, or adopt a strange exotic pet rescued from a bizarre 911 call? Maybe the dog. Exotic pet could be anything. Would you rather spend your downtime in a station watching bizarre documentaries with Buck, or playing video games with Christopher? I'm not really a video games person, but then bizarre documentaries, like what kind of bizarre would that be? Would you rather eat Bobby's famous chili every day for a month, or never be allowed to eat at the firehouse family table again? I mean, I don't eat chili, but I'd want to be eating there, so I'd have the chili every day for a month, rather than never being allowed to eat at that table again. Would you rather accidentally burn Bobby's meticulously prepped dinner, or accidentally set off the station alarm while someone is sleeping, while everyone is sleeping? Ooh, maybe set the alarm off accidentally. Um, would you rather wake up late for a shift with Bobby Nash as your captain, or show up on time but in completely wrong uniform? You get blamed because you can blame it on traffic, but then you probably know. Would you rather try to interfere with Bobby's meticulous grocery shopping, or try to reorganize his kitchen cabinets? Hmm. Maybe the kitchen cabinets. But Julia not too after that. Would you rather have a deep heart to heart with Maddie in the dispatch break room, or have a deep heart to heart with Bobby on the roof of the fire station? I mean, there's no. What's the word I'm trying to think of? There's no competition. It's going to be Bobby. Yeah, anyway, so I think that was all of it. That was a lot. Blooming hell, this video's nearly an hour long. I didn't realise it was going to be that long. Yeah, so that was that. Um, adding to the end of this video, I want to say about the football that was on the other day. It was 1-0 to England. I mean, I did say 1-0. I said 3-0. Um, got Bobby in my head now. Harry would score all three goals. I mean, it was 1-0 and it was scored by Harry. But to be fair, Thomas Tuchel did swap the entire side in the second half. Like, you had the first 11 and you had the second 11. So I think if Harry stayed on there, he probably would have scored again. They're playing Costa Rica tomorrow. Yeah, playing Costa Rica tomorrow. I don't know what you're doing with the side of it changing at half time again. I'm not sure. But I'm gonna say 3-0. And they're gonna be Harry Kane goals. Or two Harry Kane goals and one Jude Bellingham goal, maybe. Or Saka. But definitely Harry Kane goal somewhere. Yeah, so 3-0 to England. Yeah. So I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.